Hey, welcome back to our channel. Last week we announced that we are going on an international trip to
Africa.
Yes, to Africa. So here we go. We're going to show some tips on what you should do before international travel.
10 tips for planning an international trip.
Yeah.
You ready?
Here we go.
Okay. Number 1, choose the type of trip you want to go on. So there are so many types of trips that you could go on. So you have to determine what is the purpose for your trip. Do you want a trip where you're just totally relaxing? You don't want to care about anything in the world. You want to have your phone off, get away, a getaway. 2, do you want to have a type of trip where you want to explore the culture and the history of a country? That's another type of trip. 3, you could choose a cruise if you just want something all-inclusive, all the packages together. You're getting your food, you're getting your accommodations, you're getting the trips to some other country. That's another type of trip you can have. And another type of trip that you could go on is an adventurous one where you are planning something that you've never done. You're going jet skiing, you're doing the ATVs, you're doing zip lining, jumping off cliffs, I don't know. You just choose what kind of adventurous type of trip you want to go on. So for us, our trip to Africa is actually a birthday trip. We are both...
It's going to be a safe trip.
A safe birthday trip. We're both going to celebrate our 20-something birthday. So we are excited about that.
26th birthday.
Yes, we are going to be 26 years old. So we decided that we wanted to have a trip where we basically are exploring the culture of a country, because every January we go on a trip where we relax and we plan. So for this one we wanted to do something different where we want to explore the culture. Yep.
Number 2. And for number 2, you want to make sure you pick at least 3 countries. And don't start small. Start big.
Yeah.
What is your biggest dream as far as where you can go? And have no limit, because you might find that your biggest dream is actually the least expensive.
That's a good point.
Come on now, I'm on that thing.
That is very true. So one of my biggest dreams was to always go to Africa. And you know, sometimes we just think, oh yeah, when I get 40 or something I'll go. But it's like, why not? When you do the research, you'll realize it's not as expensive as I thought it was. So yeah, it's a really good tip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3.
Search the best times to go for those top 3 countries that you picked. So you may have an ideal month that you want to go to. Like for us, we knew that absolutely we want to go in September because we always do a birthday trip in September. So we knew the month that we wanted to go in. But if you have a whole year and a half to plan, you can kind of look at the countries and see what's the best time to go and what fits your schedule, because you may already have plans in early January, late December, already in June. So look at the best times to go and you will see, hey, this one fits my schedule the most, and then you'll pick that country.
Number 4. For number 4, you want to make sure that you are searching for flights and packages, because ideally you want to have everything in a bundle. So with this, if you can find a hotel, the flight, the accommodations, everything all in one, you might have a better deal. Or if you can kind of divide them out, you might find that having them separate is a better price. So you have to do the research. Don't go for the first option you see, because the next one might be half price.
That is very true. Shop around. You can go on Groupon, Expedia, TripAdvisor. There are so many places that you can look. Or you can just look up a plane. Hey, you only want to go, you got your Delta points and you want to use your Delta points, go on Delta and see those flights. Sometimes that could be a little bit more expensive. Or you can use the Google Matrix. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but basically you can put the times that you want to go, how many nights that you want to stay, how many adults and children are going to go with you, and then it'll tell you the best prices.
Number 5.
Okay, number 5, you want to make sure you get your passport and your visa. Depending on where you're going, you may need both or you may need neither. I know for cruises, you actually don't need your passport. It's easier sometimes. But on our trip, we actually need both. And we found out a little bit later that we needed our visa. The way you get you can always Google how to get your passport. There are 2 ways to get your visa. You can either get it in the United States. There are 4 regional offices. Make sure you find out which regional office your state is associated with. If you're in Florida, it's Washington, D.C. You mail all the items over to them and they give it back to you. Or you can actually get it in the airport in like a couple minutes. You get to the airport, show them your application, your passport, all that stuff, and you can get it right then and there. So those are 2 options for you. Yep.
Next is number 6. As you go on your trip, before you get there, you want to make sure you've already done research on the culture, the climate, and the clothing you might need.
Yep.
Yes, that was alliteration. It's easier to retain when you have those 3 C's. So with this, first things first is the climate. Before you get there, of course we're going to Egypt, so we want to know, is it going to be hot or cold? Obviously it's going to be hot, so we have to dress accordingly. Next is the culture. With the culture, you always want to dress respectably. You want to act respectably. So before you get there, you want to know what their mannerisms might be, so that way you're not offending anyone. You're in their territory, you're on their land, so with that, be respectful. And the nice thing about it is when you show respect, you actually get it back. Last but not least is the clothing. So the clothing kind of coordinates with the climate and the culture, because if you have your clothing already picked out and it doesn't match the climate, you will be upset. If you have your clothing already picked out and it does not match the culture, they will be upset. And you do not want what?
That's funny, that's true.
Yeah, it's true. They will be upset. So you kind of want to make sure you always match the 3 C's, and then you'll see yourself having a great time.
Yes, I know for us, we're going to Egypt. It's a predominantly Muslim country, so we're choosing to dress a little bit more conservatively. So longer sleeves, make sure we're covering up here, and longer pants as well. We're doing it by choice. We love to respect the culture that we're in and just really see what it's like to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
Number 7.
Number 7, you want to check out what are your hotel accommodations going to be. Okay, are you going to be on a all-inclusive resort? Are you going to do a hostel? Are you going to be in an actual hotel? Are you going to do like a Airbnb and go rent out a place? Are you going to be living with your family? You want to see what your accommodations are going to be when you get there. Another important thing is location, location, location. You want to know where exactly you're going to be living.
Yes.
I know for us, we like to live closer to where our activities are going to be, because we feel like you kind of waste your trip if you're spending hours to get to one place and hours to get back. So we like to be in a nice place. While we're in Egypt, we're going to be in Cairo, downtown area. It's not far from the pyramids or the bazaars, which is like the shops and the markets and stuff. So we found a really great location. It's actually right off the Nile River. So a nice view. If a nice view is really something that you really desire, look at those things. Also, see what the hotel has to offer if you go into a hotel or resort. Do they offer free Wi-Fi, or do you have to pay for it? Do they offer complimentary breakfast? Do they have room service? You want to look into those things, because if that's important for you to wake up and have breakfast where you're at, you want to make sure they have it, and if it's free or not. So that is definitely important. So research those things and see where you'd like to be.
Yes. Now, speaking of that, as far as accommodations, if you're planning to go to Egypt and you don't have accommodations, you're in denial.
Y'all got it? The joke? Yeah, it was funny. No.
I think it flowed right over their head.
Hilarious.
Number 8. So, as you are planning your trip, plan in advance for your major mode of transportation. Sometimes it's bus, it's car, it's plane, it's train, whatever it may be. Make sure it fits your environment. And that's actually what we're going to be doing. We're actually going to have a driver, which is going to be pretty cool. We'll be able to go in town, out of town, around town. Of course, we will have some pit stops where we have the opportunity to do camelback riding or hot air balloon. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Those are activities, by the way, not modes of transportation.
But we will be transporting from one place to another.
So make sure you research those things. Some people who've never been to New York per se, they may think, oh my goodness, I need to rent a car. But renting a car is actually not the best thing to do in New York.
Don't do it.
So you want to research those things. What do most people do when they're there? So that is very, very important.
Yes.
Number 9. Okay, for this tip, you want to know what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So it's all about the itinerary and if you're going to have a tour guide or not. If you are the adventurous type, you like to do the things that most tourists don't do, plan your own itinerary. What we did was we listed all the things that we wanted to do on our trip, our must-do things, and then we listed the days that we're going to do it, and then we listed like the distances from each place and which place we're going to have for lunch, dinner, breakfast, or what have you. And that's how we made our itinerary. Or another option is you can actually have a tour guide. So maybe you may have a package with Groupon, or you can actually buy them in advance where they will give you a whole 8-hour tour of the city around you. It may include the meal, transportation. Sometimes it doesn't include the gratuity, so always plan for that. But those are different things that you want to look into. But definitely research the things that you want to do, and you will have a good time. Also, if you know any locals in that area, like for us, we were just so blessed to know somebody in Egypt, in Toronto, and London.
Yes.
So that was amazing. So if you contact those people, let them know that you're coming. Maybe they can give you their own personal tour and let you know the do's and the don'ts of that area. That was definitely quite helpful for us as well.
Number 10. Now here is where you prepare your packing list. If you don't pack it, it's not going to be there when you get there, and you will be upset. So make sure you have a list, whether it's your toiletries, whether it's your clothes, your visa, your money, your camera equipment, your phone charger, emergency equipment, maybe a cell phone or radio, whatever the case may be. Make sure you have it with you and you put it on the list.
Make sure you have a blanket for your flight, maybe even a pillow for your neck if you're having an 18-hour flight to get to where you're going. Also, maybe a nice book you want to read while you're there, or you're planning, like say you want to bring your planner and organization tools, so you have that while you're on the flight, or even while you're on vacation, you can do that as well. And a bonus tip, what you want to do is actually look at the currency of the place that you're going to. What you'll find is some countries may accept your American dollar if you are American, or they may accept your Visa credit card, Master credit card, and they'll just convert what the actual amount is into your currency. So there are two ways you can do that to exchange your money. You can either do it in your country at a consulate or at a bank, or you can go to a country, go to an ATM, get the current exchange rate or what have you. The cool thing is what you may find is that your currency may be worth so much more in the next country. So you may have a $500 budget and end up having $50,000 when you get to the country. Ballin'. So it's really, really cool. I think, yeah, I'm really excited about that. So just make sure you look that up and see how you want to spend accordingly.
Yes.
And the last thing, it is Jared's birthday! Yay! Happy birthday, honey!
Happy birthday, honey.
I'm so excited. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. So do you want your surprise now or tomorrow?
I don't know what my surprise is.
Do you want it now?
Sure.
You do? Okay, I'll be right back. See right there.
Wow. The suspense.
Happy birthday
don't like surprises.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my sweet Jared. Happy birthday to you. So guys, our birthday trip to Egypt is actually our gift. Our gift is a trip. But I just wanted to get something. It's really small, but I just wanted to surprise him with this. So
I can't believe you actually put this on record.
hurry up.
Whoa. Whoa.
So I just got him a few things for the trip. Actually, just keep going because it's turning red.
Okay. You bought me all Egypt clothes? Look at you. Mid-aso, Chico Small, I see you. Oh, snap.
Isn't that one nice?
Yeah, this is nice. Where you go?
Don't worry about that.
Trying to buy me stuff for my birthday. Don't have me crying up, Carol.
Here you go. Last one, hurry up.
All right. Oh, wow. Get out of here. Come on now. Yeah.
I found it.
Yeah.
It took me so long to find that.
When'd you go buy this?
When you were at work yesterday.
Wow.
I wanted to surprise you and put it on your desk, but you said you wanted it today, so.
Hey, no, this is actually cool.
Are you excited?
This is my first time actually being surprised.
Yeah?
Yeah, because all the other years it was just like.
I surprised him with, yeah, it doesn't matter. He didn't like the surprise. But I just wanted to say happy
This
birthday,
is cool.
honey.
Well, thank you.
And I love
Look
you.
at you. Oh, I love you, girl. I ain't gonna never give you up. Never give you up. Never let you down. No. Never wanna give you up.
Do you like
Never
your
wanna.
gifts?
I don't know the words to the song. I'm trying.
Do you like your gifts?
Yes, I like my gifts.
Okay,
This
good.
is cool.
So that's a little happy birthday surprise. We will see you guys next week.
Wait, hold on. I will never be able to forgive you for these.
The cologne is unforgivable.
Bam!
His signature scent.
Smell
and it's
like
so
me.
hard to find. But I found it. And these were the only 2 left at the store, and I bought them both. So
Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Is this 2 of them?
yeah.
This is 2 of them in
It's
each?
like a mini, 2 mini ones and then 2 big ones.
Hold on. You tell me this is one and this?
Bye, y'all. So we will see you guys next week. Bye. Probably already went off. So yes, it really is Jared's birthday today. So go ahead and leave a comment below. He would love to see your well wishes about his birthday today. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. I guess you guys will have to stay tuned to see what we'll be talking about. See you later. Bye.